Welcome to episode 22 of the Decompression Chamber. I'm your host, Mario, but most of you probably already know that. And our opening quote today is going to be from Søren Kierkegaard, who was either a playwright or a composer, but I'm not well researched enough to know the difference. So the quote is, "A fire broke out backstage in a theatre. The clown came out to warn the public. They thought it was a joke and applauded. He repeated it. The acclaim was even greater. I think that's just how the world will come to an end. To general applause from wits who believe it's a joke." Roll the intro.
No doubt that I never be without my damn brain. Closed mouth, I'm clever and I know my damn shame. No cloud to the better, no one know my damn name. No bow, that's your what I guess we about to cascade.
Yeah, I think about that quote a lot, about whether I'm the one in the audience or whether I'm the clown. I don't know, maybe we're all clowns. I remember watching a video about people who join the Clive style, which is like where they become actual clowns and wear the makeup all the time, and it becomes like their identity. And I can never imagine that. But hope everything's going well. I'm filming this tonight before a presentation that I got going on tomorrow. I've been thinking about it for a bit. It's not even a big deal. It's just a 5-minute presentation on what kind of job I want to work in film in the future and how I get there. You know, my main problem is that when I get nervous, it happens often on these videos, I just kind of word vomit. I'll just be like, blah 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 blah, and then I don't give myself time to just take a deep breath, compose myself, and actually communicate in the way I want to, you know? It's a problem I have, I think. I talked on a previous video about my awkwardness around awkward silences, or they don't have to be awkward, but I feel awkward in some prolonged silences, so I'm just like, I want to fill that space, you know? Sometimes you just have to let it be. But I've written a little post-it note here just to remind me what to speak about today. I was supposed to segue, but I'm not going to. I'm literally just going to talk about it because I had such a weird dream last night. It's not very often that I remember my dreams. I often have weird, kind of surreal dreams that don't make sense to me. And I had this distinct memory when I woke up of having this dream because I was attending a lecture for my film course. And kind of around me, and not just colleagues or peers from film school, it's also people from my primary school, but they've grown up, they are my age, and people from my secondary school. It was very strange, and my family was there as well, because we were in the field, and the stage was where the goal was for some reason, and back in the stands, at the very top, where it's kind of under the shadow of the structure, was a kind of a guy sat there on his own, and I went over in the dream to investigate it, and it turned out to be Matt Damon. You know, insert Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne, but I'm 100% sure it was Matt Damon in my dream. I couldn't tell you why, but for some reason my mum was there, and my mum thought that it was Christian Bale, and I was trying to convince her that, first of all, that it was what's his name, Jason Bourne, or whatever the actor was called again. It's just gone from my mind. But I was trying to convince her that it was Matt Damon. There we go. And also I was trying to tell her some of the filmography, you know, some of the shit that's been in. So it was a bit of a strange dream, and that's all there really was to it. And it's when I woke up, I distinctly was like, oof, I'm glad I'm out of that. That was a bit of a weird detour of my own brain. I'm glad I chose to show myself that in the hours of the night. But I don't know, sometimes I want to slip back into a dream, you know. I wake up and I'm like, oh, there was something there, you know. Maybe it was because I was skiing in the dream and I haven't been skiing for a year and a bit now, maybe 2 years. Or maybe it's just because I was in outer space, or because I met someone who I hadn't spoken to in a while, or even just something like that where I bumped into my mind's creation of a celebrity. Because that's the thing that's weird, is that there's no way that was an actual realistic depiction of him. It was just the way that my brain created him in my brain. I don't know. That's strange. But I thought that the way that I've been looking at university right now is kind of similar to when I wake up from a dream, you know, that I want to get back into. It's for a big stretch of time, I was suddenly gone. I was away. I was living a new life in Salisbury, you know, met new people, was going through different experiences, and then suddenly, when I came back for the Christmas holidays, unknowingly, the door closed, the dream ended, I woke up, I'm in reality, I'm here at home where like I always remember being, I'm surrounded by the sights that I always remember seeing. You know, it's not all the same people here, but the people who are here, the people who've been here for a while, at least in my mind, you know. And so yeah, I'm currently existing in reality, and I want to go back into the dream, you know. I want to go back to uni, and you know, it's going to happen within the next few weeks, but I'm treating it in my brain like it's some distant reality, you know. Even though I video call quite often with people from uni, and you know, I got lectures a lot, but it's like the strings of reality are being pulled until they're stretched for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but that's just kind of dumb. What did I have written here? Oh, that's literally all I had written apparently. But I'm sure I was going to talk about something else. I'm willing to let you guys sit in the awkwardness of me trying to figure it out. But oh yeah, I remember it's kind of weird. Like, I've been thinking recently about a good analogy for how my anxiety feels personally, just because it's been something I've been dwelling on a bit. And I've been thinking about, like, you know, in a film when like a certain storyline, like a side storyline is set up that you know it's gonna come and clash with the main character, or you know it's gonna cause like a surprise or like a shock or some kind of obstacle. It's like sometimes like it feels like my brain is doing that without me knowing, you know. Sometimes it's like I'm setting up this B plot in my head of how like something could come from the side, a chain of events could occur and cause disaster to me without knowing, you know. And just like how life works out, it's never as bad as the weird B plot that my brain creates, you know. Normally it's just the main plot, and stuff just kind of follows what you do. And I don't know, it's so hard for me to not feel like the consequences of what happened are due to what I'm doing, you know. But sometimes there's that random element, there's chance, stuff's going on in the background, you know. There is stuff that you can't control, and yeah, so at the moment I'm just trying to do a good job of letting that not control me, you know. I mentioned a quote recently about how about in Boyhood, the film, he says something like, "We don't seize the day seizes us," you know. And I've been thinking about that a lot. Just because like everybody has different circumstances, you know, and it's impossible for those circumstances to not, you know, shape the way that you see the world. I could just be considered a result of all the experiences I've had in my life, all the different things that I've seen, all the places that I've been, all the people that I've known, how they've kind of helped me develop into the version of me that I am today. And it's just interesting to me, really. It's like I'm always bouncing between like I have complete free will, everything that I do in my life is under my control, and then I'll just bounce to like we live in a world of chaos where nothing makes sense, and all you can do is hold tight to the things you care about and just focus on what you can do. And it's like, man, there's really so much going on. You know, it feels like you could use 100 different like analogies or sentences or quotes to describe exactly how life is, and yet it isn't quite right. It doesn't quite fit. It's like, I think that's what, when I'm trying to write a story, I guess that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about how can I make something that's more than real to make someone feel something that's real, you know. That's a bit of a dumb way of describing it, but what I'd say is that films aren't real. They're a great like source of entertainment for me, and they're a great like slice of life, but they're not real. You don't experience everything moment to moment, at least not in most common like continuity films. And they're hyper real, they're beyond real, they're a collection of real that doesn't quite match our reality, you know. And yet they still feel real. They like our brain processes them in a way that's real, you know. Sometimes they can make us feel more than things in real life do. That's how they're targeted. That's how they're kind of designed. But I think about that a lot, just because of the fact that maybe there are a lot of things that exist outside of what we consider real that can still have a great effect on your life, you know. Like how a painting isn't just the materials that have been left on a canvas. It's like all of it as a piece comes together to bring something something transcendent, something that's like not just set in the real world and existing in the real world, but something that kind of crosses over from the real world to something a bit more special. I don't know, that's not a very put together idea, but in any case, I'm glad I'm here filming videos again. I'm glad I got this Guy Fieri shirt. I'm glad that I'm going to smash my presentation tomorrow, hopefully. I'll wear a shirt and tie just to feel extra professional, you know. But whatever you got going on, whatever works in progress you got going, I hope they keep progressing, and I hope that you have a good whatever.
Cap on for the shader. I don't wanna give myself no option, so I drop the visor just to wake up. Ain't no tripping over pay stubs, ain't no tripping on the vague stuff.